Good evening, my friends. Today, I want to talk about something that is holding many of us back from the extraordinary life we are destined to live. It's this tendency we have to overextend ourselves, to accommodate, to compromise, to be too soft with everyone around us. Now, being kind and compassionate is noble, but there's a difference between living with an open heart and living without boundaries. When you give too much of yourself to others without discerning their intentions or aligning their energy with yours, you dilute your own power. Let me explain this scientifically. Your energy, your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions are the creative forces of your reality. Every time you say yes when your heart says no, every time you let someone walk over your boundaries, you are giving away a piece of that creative force. Your electromagnetic field becomes fragmented. You become scattered, unfocused, and drained. But here's the empowering truth: you don't need to live like this anymore. Your energy is your most valuable resource. It is the force that drives your thoughts, emotions, actions, and ultimately your reality. Yet so many of us spend this energy without even realizing how precious it is, often giving it away to others or to circumstances that don't serve us. This is why the concept of treating your energy as currency is so crucial. Energy is not something you can endlessly produce. It's something that must be carefully managed, allocated, and protected if you wish to manifest a life of abundance, success, and fulfillment. Every time you interact with someone, make a decision, or experience an emotion, you are expending energy. Whether you're engaging in a conversation, dealing with a difficult situation, or simply thinking about a problem, you're using energy that could be directed toward things that bring you closer to your goals. However, too often we expend energy without conscious thought, allowing it to leak into areas that don't align with our values or our desires. The result is that we become drained, unfocused, and disconnected from our true potential. When you start to view your energy as currency, it's like suddenly realizing you have a limited amount of money to spend each day. You become much more careful about where you allocate it. You begin to ask yourself whether a situation or a person is worth your energy. Does it align with your core values? Does it bring you closer to your vision for your life? Or is it something that drains you, that leaves you feeling empty or unfulfilled? If you think about your energy like money, you would never spend it recklessly. You wouldn't give it to someone who doesn't appreciate it or who takes more than they give. You wouldn't invest in situations that cost you emotionally without any return. Yet many of us do this every day without even thinking about it. We allow ourselves to be pulled in a million directions, often at the expense of our own well-being. We say yes to others out of guilt or fear, or we become involved in situations that don't serve our higher purpose because we're afraid of missing out or facing conflict. The reality is, when you say yes to one thing, you are saying no to something else, usually your own peace, happiness, and growth. Energy is not an unlimited resource. Just like money, you have a finite amount of it, and the way you choose to spend it directly impacts the life you create. When you spend your energy wisely on things and people that uplift you, inspire you, and contribute to your personal growth, you are investing in a future that is rich with possibility. You begin to attract opportunities that match the high-frequency energy you're putting out into the world. This is how the law of attraction works. Your energy, your vibration, your frequency are constantly drawing in experiences and people that resonate with what you put out. If you are living in a state of depletion, fear, or scarcity, you will attract situations that reflect that. However, when you protect your energy and spend it on things that align with your purpose, you begin to see the world around you shift. Opportunities flow to you with ease, relationships deepen, and your sense of self-worth and confidence grows stronger. The more you understand the value of your energy, the more intentional you become about how you use it. Instead of mindlessly reacting to situations, you become proactive in how you allocate your resources. You set clear boundaries with people who drain you, and you stop overcommitting to things that do not serve your higher purpose. This is a radical shift in mindset, a shift from being a passive participant in your life to being the conscious creator of it. When you begin to protect your energy, you start to live life on your own terms, rather than reacting to the needs and demands of others. In the same way that you wouldn't squander your financial resources, you shouldn't squander your emotional or mental energy. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions are powerful tools for creating your reality. When you focus on what truly matters to you and spend your energy on what aligns with your vision, you are creating a life that reflects your true desires. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every action you take sends a signal to the universe telling it what you want more of. If your energy is scattered, if you are constantly being pulled in different directions, you send mixed signals. However, when your energy is focused and aligned, you become a magnet for the things and people that will help you manifest your goals. To fully embrace the idea of energy as currency, you must become aware of where your energy is going at all times. You have to stop being reactive and start being intentional. This means being mindful of your thoughts, your emotions, and the people you allow into your life. If something or someone doesn't feel right, doesn't uplift you, or doesn't align with your goals, it's time to reevaluate where you're investing your energy. The more you protect your energy and invest it wisely, the more your life will transform into one that reflects your true worth and your deepest desires. Setting boundaries with love is one of the most powerful tools you have to protect your energy and reclaim your personal power. Boundaries are not walls or barriers. They are the lines you draw in your life that define what is acceptable and what is not. These lines are necessary for your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. They are the invisible but vital boundaries that allow you to say yes to yourself and create a life that aligns with your values, vision, and purpose. When you set boundaries with love, you are essentially teaching others how to treat you. Many people think of boundaries as a form of confrontation, a way to say no and push others away. However, true boundaries are rooted in self-respect and self-love. They come from a place of compassion, not defensiveness. When you set a boundary, you are not rejecting the other person, but rather honoring your own needs and creating space for what truly serves you. One of the biggest challenges in setting boundaries is the fear of upsetting others or causing conflict. We often fear that saying no will make us seem unkind, selfish, or unaccommodating. This fear is a product of societal conditioning that teaches us to prioritize others' needs above our own. However, when we consistently put others before ourselves at the expense of our own well-being, we deplete ourselves emotionally, mentally, and even physically. Over time, this creates resentment, burnout, and a sense of disconnection from our true selves. Setting boundaries is not about being rigid or inflexible. It's about recognizing that your needs, feelings, and energy are just as important as anyone else's. When you learn to honor your own needs, you create a healthy balance in your relationships and in your life. You begin to attract people who respect and value you, and you develop deeper, more authentic connections with others. The key to setting boundaries with love is learning how to communicate your needs clearly and assertively without guilt or apology. It's about expressing your desires in a way that is both respectful and firm. For example, when someone asks for your time or energy and you're not able to give it, a boundary might sound like, I'm unable to help right now, but I appreciate you understanding my need for rest. This communicates your limits without apology or explanation, and it allows you to maintain your integrity and self-respect. It's important to note that boundaries are not just about saying no to others, they are also about saying yes to yourself. Saying no to something that doesn't align with your values or energy is a powerful act of self-love. By saying no, you are saying yes to your own peace, health, and well-being. You are choosing to protect your energy and prioritize your own needs, which ultimately benefits everyone around you. When you take care of yourself, you are better able to show up for others in a way that is authentic, loving, and grounded. Another crucial aspect of setting boundaries is understanding that it's okay to change or adjust them as your life evolves. Boundaries are not static, they are flexible and should evolve with you as you grow and change. What might have been an acceptable boundary in one phase of your life may no longer serve you in another phase. For example, if you find yourself in a situation where your emotional energy is being drained by a particular person or activity, it's important to reassess your boundaries and make adjustments as needed. This is an ongoing process of self-awareness and self-care that allows you to stay aligned with your authentic self. Setting boundaries with love also requires you to trust your intuition. Your body and emotions are powerful signals that can guide you toward what feels right and what doesn't. If something feels off, uncomfortable, or draining, it's a sign that your boundaries may have been crossed and it's time to take action. Trusting your inner wisdom allows you to protect yourself from toxic people, situations, and environments, and it empowers you to make choices that are in alignment with your highest good. One of the most common misconceptions about boundaries is that they are only necessary in relationships with others. However, setting boundaries is just as important when it comes to your relationship with yourself. You must learn to set boundaries around your own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. If you constantly criticize yourself, push yourself too hard, or neglect your own needs, you are not honoring yourself. Setting boundaries with yourself means practicing self-compassion, being mindful of your inner dialogue, and recognizing when you need rest, relaxation, or nourishment. Setting boundaries with love also means letting go of guilt. Many people struggle with guilt when they set boundaries because they feel they are letting others down or being selfish. However, guilt is an emotion that arises when we believe we are doing something wrong or unjust. In reality, setting healthy boundaries is an act of self-respect and self-love, and it benefits both you and the people around you. When you take care of yourself, you are better able to show up for others in a way that is grounded, centered, and compassionate. As you begin to set boundaries with love, you may encounter resistance from others, especially if they are used to you being overly accommodating or people-pleasing. This is normal. Some people may feel threatened or uncomfortable when you start to prioritize your own needs, but remember that their discomfort is not your responsibility. You are not here to manage other people's feelings. You are here to honor your own needs and create a life that is authentic and aligned with your true self. Over time, people will come to respect your boundaries, and those who don't may fall away, making room for healthier, more supportive relationships.